Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
Keep me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money.
Out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up? What up? It is Alex, the Fantasy Football Hustler, back at you. We got another episode, Elevated Sports Talk. Shit. Tried to get all the sneezes out before we went live. There we go. Last one. All right. Sharing all this to just a bunch of Facebook groups right now, just to make sure that the Facebook peeps get super annoyed with us and they know that we are live. Let's go. All right. Shared in a shitload of groups right now. It should be enough to piss everybody off. Didn't even realize how many fantasy groups I was in. Let's go. Thank you, Mondo, man. Let's see. Let me go through. Let's see who's up in here. Emil, what up? 2 more days till football, baby. Let's go. And Thursday night football. Derek, thanks for coming through while in training, my brother. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. Yeah. What up, Wes? Man, listen to this 10 pick, first pick, double flags, Pat Kyren, Jacobs, Lamb, DK, T. Higgins, Waddle, Kincaid, $100 league. Nice. Man, I hate that Instagram always has random issues. And let's see. PB and waivers, what up? So I'm done drafting. And I can say this year I'm winning a title. I feel very good. Let's go. How about multiple titles? Because, man, I'm trying to think. I couldn't think of how the beginning of the line goes. It's like my daddy once told me, the only thing better than a crawfish dinner is 5 crawfish dinners. Uh-oh. No way. Did it happen? Let's see. Trent Williams finalizing the adjustment to his contract, ending his holdout. They caved. 49ers caved. Should have just caved earlier. Jamie, what up, bro? Flash, what up, homie? He said, big news of the day. Big Trent back in San Fran. There we go. Yep. Just mentioned it right now. I mean, shit, that might be the only news of the day that is worth really mentioning. Because now that we're in, regular season form, Tuesday is a really light day for news. It's like Wednesday is when everything kicks in, because that's when shit gets made official by all the teams, like the injury reports and shit like that. What up, Johnny? Johnny in the house. Let's get it. All right, let's pack it up. Who's smoking with me?
That perfect time. About to start a little puff give in this motherfucker.
And Jamie said Stephon Diggs was named team captain, if that's considered news. I mean, that might not be considered huge news, but for coming to a brand new team where a lot of things seemed like they were already solidified, him becoming a team captain, I mean, that makes a difference. That means he's going to be not just a big part of the team, receiving wise, but just one of the leaders in the clubhouse. Yes, sir. CMC back at practice. We already knew that was going to happen this week. Everything was just precautionary. And everybody who has CMC right now, let's just hope that the worst is behind us for the year. Let's hope the worst is behind us for the year. Let's go out and win these championships, baby. Let's go. Let's go. All right, and I'm gonna see if there's any other. Let's smoke this bowl first. Let's do it. Let's do what we came here to do.
All right. Fire 'em up.
What up, Jay? Let's smoke it up, bro. He said Kamara no contract, and Alan said he's not. He's not naming the backup for Carr. He's not naming the backup for Carr. Something Rattler will compete throughout the season. Oh, well, you have to name a backup quarterback going into week 1 because you could carry 3 people. You can carry 3. I mean, you can carry as many quarterbacks as you want on the roster, but usually the most that people are carrying is 3. And now with the new rule, you can suit up 3 and the third one is inactive, like quote unquote inactive unless both quarterbacks get hurt in front of him. Adema, let's smoke it up. Stranger, shout out to the Houday Nation. What up, guys? What up? Let's blaze it up.
Let me hit that
Emil said no one cares about the Saints offense. Anyways, for fantasy, we got to care about all the offenses, no matter what. Am I going to roster a bunch of guys from the Saints offense? Probably not. But I roster Carr in a handful of places. I got Olave in a couple places. And yeah, we just, it's something we got to be paying attention for. Salute to everybody who's been rocking with the channel for as long as you have. Last month, August 2024, was our best month yet. We got over 1,100 subscribers. Awesome. Best month that we've ever had on YouTube. So killing it. And then the views, 1.482 million views. Whew, the most ever in a month. Let's go. Let's go. And we're only going higher and higher and higher and higher. And yeah, I feel blessed about the 1,200 followers damn near. Because there's a bunch of channels that I know that will never get to 1,200 followers, the 1,200 subs in general, let alone in 1 month. So yeah, we're on the right trajectory. We're on the right trajectory. That's for sure. Jamie said Shahid's the late round sleeper, especially with that kick return yards leagues. Yeah. I mean, depends on how much. I mean, if you're doing like me, the 25 yards per point, I mean, it'll make a little bit of difference, but unless you house something, like it's still just a couple points. I had to come to terms with that last night when I was making my cuts. He said, we grow and only gets better from here. You know it. Bake's in the house. What up, bro? Jay said, let peeps know I'm a member of that Houdat Nation. Oh, yeah. We got multiple members of the Houdat Nation. Jay and our homie Jarrett. Those are the main representatives from the Houdat Nation for sure. And Derek's back. What up, Derek? Hey, Minnesota Martin. Let's smoke it up, bro. Hey, Rob in the house. What up, homie? Did you already do your IDP draft, or is that today? I can't remember. All these days, like it's like you mix in a holiday in the mix, and like it just fucks up like my entire perception of the week. So I have to keep looking. We're Tuesday. And YouTube finally suggested your stream while I was waiting for it to start up. Let's go. And I really think that I figured out what the issue was with YouTube and the not I mean, I know why we got unmonetized, but as far as like getting remonetized, we're really close to being able to reapply. And I really think that I figured out why. I really think that I figured out what's going on, because once I figured it out and I changed a bunch of things around, we haven't gotten hit for like the age restricted content and shit like that. Yeah, hit that like and thumbs up. Thanks for letting everybody know, Derek. Hit that like button. That's how other people find the channel. And I know you want to keep me a secret, but we ain't gonna be a secret no more, man. We're blowing up. So you know, you guys can help. You guys can help it blow up and be a part of it. And so just got a trade off for Tank Dell and Keon Coleman for McLaurin. He said, press yes so fast. Yeah, I mean, Dynasty, just like that. Redraft, I still think that Terry McLaurin could be the best in this deal. But if, you know, Tank Dell, he looked fire. He looked normal. And then Keon Coleman, man, I'm a little nervous about him for year one, not going to lie. And what up, Toyota One? Said IDP draft is Wednesday. He said, I did check out that video you sent, though. Good look. Perfect. That'll be a big help, at least to laying your foundation. Because, yeah, I mean, it only has like, I think I mentioned, well, there's 25 ranked players. And then I mentioned like 6 or 7, you know, guys who are honorable mentions. So, I mean, that gets you through the top 30-ish, you know, and just depends on how many IDP spots you got. But that should help you build a really good foundation for sure. And Jamie says, isn't there a rap song called Who Dat? I think it might be JT Money. Not really sure, but I mean, you know, people write about the football teams all the time. I mean, come on. Armando said, I stumbled here because of football and the weed and never left. He said, my first best ball, that was the number 93 Catholics versus convicts. There we go. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. And like, as much as the weed might hold me back, you know, to a certain extent, as far as like really, really, really blowing up fast, man, I'm meeting the real ones. You know, my weed smoking fantasy football peeps, like we're right there. We're right there. That's been me for like forever. So I knew that there was people out there who loved weed and loved fantasy football as much as me. And salute to you guys for somehow, some way finding the channel. Rob said, when I draft, I'll let you know how my team turns out. Let's go. Peanut butter and jelly said, who dat? Fuck Nola. What do you think about Seattle D for the first 2 weeks? I like it. That's one of the teams that, because I just like waiting until the end. So it's like the Bears, Seattle, the Dolphins, the Saints. Those are like the 4 teams that I'm trying to snatch up, like one of those 4. Because if I don't play in team defense leagues, but if I did, I would be drafting a team for week 1 only. Like, fuck trying to draft a team that you think is going to be like the highest scoring team on defense, because like it never fails. Like whoever you think is going to be the highest scoring team, like is not. You just can't guess it. You can't guess it. Jamie said, I stumbled here because of football and weed too, never left because of the bum boys shit talk. Man, appreciate you, Jamie. And I know, you know, we've connected on Facebook and all that type of shit now. And, but yeah, it was you stumbling in here. It was you stumbling in here talking shit about those bum boys. You know what's funny? The bum boys have been sitting at 2,700 subscribers for 5 years. And it's insane to me. But yeah, screw those guys. Screw those clowns. And hey, just loaded up the Dr. Dabber switch. Let's get high. Let's go. Adima, what do you think? Should I smoke the dab with you, bro? Should I load up my Dr. Dabber? It seems like it might be time. And damn it, dude, I got so much ash in here from all these bowls that I smoked during our auction draft yesterday. We got another auction draft today, baby. Said every draft I did, I was lifted. That's the only way. Draft high, get high scores. Hey, Ron in the house.
Perfect time. About to start a little puff giving this motherfucker.
Alex Sizzle in the house. What up? Flash said Tua or Purdy week 1. I mean, it's tough not to say Purdy, but Tua's got the better matchup. So I'm just going to say Tua. Tyreek's going for 200 in week 1 on that Jacksonville secondary. It's about to be insane. Mowgli said, need your advice on a hell of a trade offer I got offered CMC and Adams for Gibbs and Breece Hall. I mean, see, I guess this is tough because you're giving up 2 top-end RBs for the top-end RB and a tier 2, tier 3 wide receiver, depending on who you're asking. You got to tell me your wide receivers and your running backs. Yeah, because this trade, I mean, you're just trading a lot of top-end players for a lot of top-end players, and I don't like making trades like that. And yeah, see, Jamie said I'd take the Hall and Gibbs. That's the side that he already has. That's the side that he already has. That's why I don't even know if I would want to make that trade. So Mowgli, throw in your I mean, I wouldn't do the trade, but I mean, if you want me to look into it more, throw in your other, just throw in all your wide receivers and all your running backs. How about that? I mean, he said my backups are Mostert, Ford and Mostert. So I don't like it. I mean, for your wide receivers, I'm assuming that your wide receiver room like might be hurting, and maybe that's why you'd want to give up 2 top-end running backs. Like, that's the only reason that I can think. But you see everybody in the chat is saying no. And I don't really like it either. It's I don't want to trade 2 top-end guys for 2 top-end guys. I want to figure out how to get Breece Hall and CMC on the same team. I don't want to trade one for the other. I do not want to trade one for the other. And Strange said I was going to try out best ball with your help, but my girlfriend's son needed our laptop for college, so maybe next season. I mean, as long as you have a smartphone, everything happens on the phone, you know. And I mean, the experience on the app is not hard at all. And we still have drafts. We got a draft. I mean, if you want to get into a really fun draft, Thursday, Thursday at 3 p.m. West Coast time. That's going to be a fun one. But either way, stranger, we're getting closer. We're getting closer because I never heard you say that you were debating getting into one of the best ball. And here's the thing about the best ball. The reason why it's awesome is because you draft and then the season plays itself out. You're literally hands off. All you do is just check your scores weekly to see how you're doing. So that's the one thing that's cool about best ball. You really just have to commit for the draft, which it takes like an hour and a half, you know, to 2 hours, depending on how quick, you know, people are picking. But then you don't do anything. Like after that, it's literally checking scores and the season plays itself out. And it's only $11. Alex Sizzle's AR league winning QB. I don't think so, but there's a whole huge school of people that think that he is. Diggs and more. Yeah, I'm not doing that trade. I'm not doing that trade because like I'd be fine going into the season with Diggs and more. But like you giving up your 2 top end running backs. I mean, I know you're getting CMC, but then you're like, now you're going to be throwing Ford like in there, which isn't bad. It could be worse, but you know, I don't like it. I don't like it, Mowgli. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, good. So he was saying the same thing. There we go. And yeah, you can also draft on your phone. So that's why I chose best ball. I don't want to have to study matchups every week. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Dennis. He said, thanks for the cheap hooker, Huss. Yes, sir. The cut downs, man, in some leagues, they are harder than others. So, I mean, there's some where I didn't want to drop the QB, you know, like Hooker. I didn't want to drop him. I mean, there's a couple other, you know, QBs in other leagues where I didn't want to drop. So I just offered up, you know, a cheap trade to the person whoever had the starting QB. And yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for that 4th rounder for Hooker. That'll be some kind of IDP next year. And now and that helped me get 1 spot closer towards all my damn cut downs, man. The cut downs were a little bit hard this year, man. It's like if you're building a really good team, like it is tough. It is tough. Look at says we don't like Anthony Richardson over here. He's a bum.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
So, okay, just one thing that people got to remember about me with like certain players that are hyped. A lot of it has to do with rookie hype, and like a lot of this rookie hype is literally carried over for Anthony Richardson. It's like I was not a fan of Anthony Richardson last year because of how much hype was on him. Like, and none of it had to do with his arm. It was like he's the most athletic guy that we've ever seen in the combine, and just like going crazy. And then you look at him and like he runs well, of course, but he doesn't protect himself. And he's going to keep getting hit by guys who are smaller than him and probably way less than him, but they can lay that fucking wood, and he's going to get injured again. Like, unless he really figured out how to protect himself, that's sliding, that's running out of bounds, like all that type of stuff. Like, unless he really mastered that art since last year, which he was horrible at, he's he's bound to get hurt again, dude. He really is. And I don't wish injury upon anybody. Like, I really don't like, saying that players are going to get injured, but he's super cocky. Like, saying the NFL is easy and like he could only play 2.5 games because he got injured. Like, I don't get that, man. He's doomed for failure. He's doomed for failure. And do you do a subscriber league in here? Well, see, like, okay, it's a yes and no, because like I know there's a lot of fantasy football analysts who are like, join my 1 subscriber league. I host a shitload of leagues. Like, I'm in a shitload of leagues. I host a shitload of leagues. So there are leagues that are like, a little bit more 420 crew members than other ones. That's what our community is called, the 420 crew. But there's so many leagues that you could join, like so fucking many that I host. And the big league that I'm hosting, it's a big tournament. It's $11 buy-in. It's a best ball. That's what we were talking about earlier, what Stranger was talking about. It's an $11 best ball league, and it's part of a huge tournament. There's going to be, when it's all said and done, there's going to be 139 divisions up in this biatch, and it's awesome. It is awesome. And so it's only $11. There's a draft today at 6:00 West Coast time. There's a draft tomorrow, 6:00 West Coast time. And then there's a draft on Thursday, which I am going to be in that one. And that one is at 3 p.m. West Coast time, 2.5 hours before the game kicks off for Thursday night football. Yep, Dennis 74 last year. And so 9 shy of doubling up. Prize is getting intense. So yeah, way more people in this year than last year. And Jay said, yeah, that Thursday draft is going to be the bomb, bro. Hell yeah. Said last of the season. Said I've got the link on my group page, bro. Anyone listening to the 420 crew can get the info about the leagues and watch the podcast here and all about fantasy. Yeah. That Facebook group's growing. I like it. And Mondo said, man, that dude wanted Godwin for Goddard. Yeah. Said, so I'm going to have to roll with Musgrave or drop for, dude, get Hunter Henry or Cade Otton. Get Hunter Henry or Cade Otton over Musgrave. Musgrave fucking sucks, dude. Just get rid of his ass. And the Patriots, they've always been real big about working through the tight end and the running backs. And look at how their wide receiver core is looking right now. It's trash. I mean, you got Polk over there, who's like a nice shiny rookie, but who knows how much he's even going to be doing year one. So I'd be trying to get Henry and Otton, and fuck Musgrave, bro. Fuck Musgrave. Neil said Conklin's my sleeper tight end this year. Man, I hope you get him as a second tight end, not as your first. Please don't anybody leave a draft with Conklin thinking that you're going to do good. Do you think Javante's a good sleeper? He's all right. I mean, you're able to get him like so late. Like, that's why I like him. It's going to be a volume play. It's going to be a big volume play for sure. And Toyota One said, yeah, I'm in like 45 of them. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Mondo said, I was thinking Conklin or Henry because there's not that many mouths to feed. But at least the Jets have A-Rod. Yeah, but the thing is, A-Rod, like, tell me when in history that Aaron Rodgers has fed the tight end like that. Like, Jared Cook and fucking not Conklin. And Tunyon, just those 2 years out of all the years that he's been playing in the NFL, 2 seasons, you could be like, yeah, I guess I could have rostered his tight end that year, or Jermichael Finley. Maybe it was Jermichael Finley instead of Jared Cook. But still, like, 1 season, and it's like 3/4 of the game, like 3/4 of the season, you like it. Marco from the future, what up? Zigzag. He said, you like Swift this season? Not really. No, I haven't been a big fan of Swift, like, ever since he really came into the league. And a lot of it was because he landed on Detroit. But that line that he was playing with Philly, playing behind Philly, Very, very different than the line that he's going to be playing behind for Chicago. Hey, King DLBC, what up, bro? Let's smoke it up. Shout out to the LBC. Kane said, who are you starting this week? Got a Singletary, Ford, and Javonte. Probably Javonte. Is Javonte or Ford? I don't think I'm putting Singletary in there. Not week 1. Where the hell's the Browns game? Browns got the Cowboys. Probably starting Ford against the Cowboys. Cowboys run D is pretty whack. That's because the Green Bay Packers never invested in the positions. Not really Aaron Rodgers' thing. Yeah, so like, why would it? I mean, is Conklin investing into the tight end? It's not like they fucking have Kelsey or fucking Laporta, over there. So like, same shit. And Stranger said, what app do I need for Thursday's best ball draft? It's called the Sleeper app. Let me, just to help you out, let me throw the picture of the app on the screen. I know I have it on my computer here somewhere. I guess I can't. I guess it's not going to let me share it because, I don't know. It's like a web page or something, but you'll find it when you put in Sleeper app. It's a funny looking like character, like a droid character almost. Marco said, what do you think about Carson Steele? I mean, I think he's a solid backup for redraft. You guys know me. Unless someone has independent value, I don't draft handcuffs. Like, I don't want to draft Isaiah Pacheco's handcuff if that's like what he is. But Andy Reid likes this kid. He really does. For Dynasty, Marco, your keeper league, if you just pick him up. I don't know who you drop. You could throw in your peeps. And Crispy said, what up? My brain's fried from the auction draft. 4.5 hour draft. 4.5 hour draft. Whew. Who would you start this week? Palmer, Shakir, Dowdle. I'm leaning Palmer as of right now. And just remember, guys, it's Tuesday. Don't take a Tuesday answer as a final answer. I'm going to keep reminding you guys, don't take a Wednesday answer as a final answer. If it's a Sunday game, don't take a Thursday answer as the final answer. Like, you guys got to make sure you're coming back every day. Feel free to ask every day. I may bust your balls for asking every day, especially if my answer hasn't changed. But things happen throughout the week and things change and people's rankings change. And that's why I hate doing rankings, because like I could do rankings on Tuesday and like a whole bunch of it could be changed by Wednesday or Thursday. That's why I really don't do rankings. Blitz Studios, I'm almost positive it would be. Let me pull it up on my phone also here. Yep. Blitz Studios. And it says Sleeper Fantasy Sports, Fantasy Football, DFS, and more. That's what it says right at the top. And it's that thing right there. And he said, like Eva from Wally, yeah. And Marco said, I already got him. Had to put Hawkinson on the IR. Yeah. I mean, Hawkinson ain't playing for 4 weeks, so good move. And Flash, it's crazy. Bubba Franks was considered an elite in Green Bay until Rodgers played there. I mean, I'm just saying, like if you've been playing a certain way for like 15 years, like Rodgers, right? And I mean, shit, Rodgers almost in the league for 20 years. I know he didn't play his first like 3-4 years, whatever it was, but he's never been a guy that just like heavily targeted the tight end, So I don't want to just assume that this year with Conklin, who's not like, anything amazing, I wouldn't just want to assume that it's like him, who's like going to be the guy who's just going to like change everything. For Aaron Rodgers feeding the tight end. You got Garrett Wilson over there. He's got Mike Williams who sucks, but still a big target like on the outside. You got Alan Lazard, who sucks, but they have a connection. So yeah, I'm not a believer in Conklin. Not a believer in Conklin. And so thanks for the advice, man. Gonna take a hit and make a move. Let's go. Let's go.
You can do it!
Hold up. Smoke weed every day.
So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Roll a fatty for this pimp daddy.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with smoking weed. Weed is from the earth. God put this here for me and you. Take advantage, man.
Don't give me that shit about it's a drug. It ain't no motherfucking drug. I done the research. It's just a plant. It just grow like that. And if you just so happen to set it on fire, there are some effects.
Yeah. Matt. What up, bro? Said just joined an awesome league. It's 11 on 11. So 22 players plus the bench. I'm loving it. Got to know your stuff for sure. Explain why the 11 on 11. And I'll tell you what I think about that, because I've always felt a little weird about those 11 on 11s, but let me know the positions that you have to put in there. Oh, Robin, I totally skipped over that question you said. What did you say earlier? You said Mount Rushmore or something. Corey, what up, homie? Shout out to our man Corey. What up? Shout out to our man JPZ, who just jumped in here. Yeah. Appreciate you guys jumping in. That's 2 of the day ones right there. Appreciate you, motherfuckers. Mount Rushmore of weed songs. Huh? I mean, that's so tough. But I feel like, of course, like Mary Jane's got to be up there, right? Mary Jane. But yeah, there's so many, man. There's so many. It's hard to put a Mount Rushmore and just pick 4. For real. All right, let me see. I know I got some videos here that I found. Mount Rushmore of fantasy players this year. Ah, man. How about Mount Rushmore of fantasy players all time? How about that? Or since the 2000s or something like that. Said 11 starters, like 3 LBs, 2 safety. Well, I'm fine with that. It said the offense is 2 RBs, 2 QBs, 3 wide receivers, tight ends, so on. I guess the thing is with like 11 starters versus 11 starters, the thing is there's way more defensive starters than there are offensive starters. Because you don't put in the offensive linemen. So like a true 11 on 11, or at least the way people try to say, at least I just like bust balls, like how can you play a true 11 on 11 without offensive line? But I'd never play offensive line. So, so I'm with you guys there. But yeah, I like anybody who incorporates the IDP, and I hope you use IDP 1, 2, 3. And I hope that, and to make defense more of a thing. I feel like offense and defense should be equal. And then because then it's like, and not equal like 11 on 11, because there's gonna be some scrubs who like some scrubs in that 11 offensive guys. I really feel, and everybody could do it however they want, but I really feel for what's it called? Who's like butterfly and just lost my train of thought. For redraft, I really like the 9 offense and 8 defense, because like you still want to force guys to be able to like draft good players, and then it's like someone could get lucky with a with some diamond in the rough, but he said you have to change scoring to get them worth more, and this guy figured it out. Hopefully it's IDP 1, 2, 3. I've been preaching that for the last 4 years. That's the default on Sleeper now because of me and Jordan Rains. And it's the scoring format that I've been using for since 2010 with minor differences. But yeah, if you guys are inflating the defensive points but not inflating the offensive points, you're doing it all wrong. But I'm curious what the scoring format is. The points are over 1,000 points a week. Yeah, see, that's already too much because I played in leagues where we start 22 people and like the scoring was like 300 or 400 points a week. So yeah, whatever you guys did, that sounds like insane. It sounds insane. I'm super curious though. What's the fluky part of that? Because 22 players, I mean, you're talking. I mean, now you're just talking like fucking guys are going to be scoring 50 points a piece. So I'm super curious. What's the scoring? I'm going to let you know where it's way too fluky for me. Because, you know, to score 1,000 points, even with 22 starters, there's some flukiness like in there somewhere. It's like you guys put like quarterback sack yards or like some shit like that. Said LBs get about 50. I mean, that's crazy. But why? What's the scoring though? I don't want to know how much they score. I want to know the points per stat. Because look, like when I say IDP 1, 2, 3, this is what I mean right here. This is what I created. QB hit, assisted tackle, 1 point, solo, tackle for loss, 2 points, pass defended, forced fumble, fumble recovery, safety, block, kick, 3 points, sack, interception, TD, 6 points. 6 points. And he said, how can I tell you with that much info? Well, look, I'm showing you right here. How much is a solo tackle? How much is a tackle for loss? How much is a pass defended? How much is a sack? How much is an assisted tackle? Like, this isn't that many stat categories. There's not that many stat categories. I don't know how many stat categories you put in and all the bonuses and all that type of shit. But just like for offense, there's only so many categories, like, you know, that you can put unless you literally fill up like everything. Jeff, what up, bro? Zamir White or Mostert? Like, it's super close. Should be really close here. I feel like I'm going Zamir White week 1 because we know he's going to be the guy. Mostert's going to be part of a committee, but I do like that matchup versus the Jaguars, though. But I'm leaning Zamir White. And thanks for coming through, bro. And it says Tolbert worth to hold on for now. Probably not. I mean, I don't know. Like, who would you be dropping him for? But I don't think he's worth holding. I know you guys' waivers are pretty thin because of all the spots and the keepers and shit that you have. Said should be in your league settings if you use an app. Yeah, but he probably just means like he has a shitload of he probably just has a shitload of stats that get points. Like, that's what I'm assuming. But really for IDP, solo tackle, assisted tackle, sacks, INT, and passes defended. I mean, those are kind of like the main things. I mean, just like on offense, you know, it's like you have yards, you have receptions, you have passing yards, you know, like just things like that. I mean, it's not, there's little things that you can do, but I'm just talking about the main things that get points. You don't have to put every little thing in here, every bonus. Jeff said, appreciate your content all the time. Hell yeah, bro. Thanks for coming through. Let's smoke it up for the crew. And we've been rocking for about 45 minutes. Right now, we're doing good. We got more and more to go. So make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Make sure that you guys are telling your friends. And make sure that you guys are always coming through. We got big things going on. And of course, we got a lot of fakes who try to, you know, do the same thing that we're doing. But nobody's interacting with the fantasy, peeps as much as me. Like, as far as like people in the chat, you know, nobody answers more questions than me. And man, it's awesome. It's awesome. Appreciate you guys. JPZ said, what's your gut tell you about Mooney? Here's what my gut tells me.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
I really don't want to mess with Mooney. He's like a double-digit dart throw for me. And Mondo said that's what we use in the IDP league I'm in. There we go. JP says he's overlooked in some of my leagues. I mean, it depends on how deep your rosters are. Offense and defense changes and try to equal things out. You would have to explain both sides to understand it. So throw it in, put in, I just said it, passing yards, rushing yards, receiving yards, receptions, touchdowns. I mean, there's only a few stats that you throw on each side. So throw them in, man. Come on. Throw them in. We want to hear it, bro. We're just here talking. You don't got to throw in everything, but I'm just saying throw in a handful of the main categories on offense and defense. So I, just so I understand. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm just saying, like, I want to give my thoughts and I want to see what the scoring actually is in this league. He's a bum, man. He's a bum.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
Cannot play with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
All right, I got some cool videos. Check this out. College INT of the year already.
First down. Barnes. Barnes wants to go deep. And good coverage. Whoa! Are you kidding me?
Did you see that? Did you see that? I'm rewinding again, but they got the replay. Don't miss. If you blink, you'll miss it.
To go deep and good coverage. Whoa! Are you kidding me? Holy smokes! That harder.
Shoot.
He one-handed that.
Is that not the most gangster INT like ever?
Barnes wants to go deep and good coverage. Whoa! Are you kidding me? Holy smokes! That harder.
Not only was that a dope INT, man, style points like crazy. Style points like crazy on that one. And Phil said, dang. And yeah, no lie, this was dope. First time I saw it, I thought it was AI. I mean, every time I saw it, I kept having to rewind like that. Just like, damn, this motherfucker did it like that. Whoo! And Mondo said, man, I saw that the other day. Crazy Pig City. What up, Jason? What's going on, bro? Russell, what up? He said nothing worse than a guy who picks before you is on auto pick, and he had 2 wide receivers, so it gives him Devontae with his 3rd pick right before my pick. That's some bullshit. Some bullshit. Yeah. He had to do a 180-degree turn one-handed. Like, whew. Didn't say dude took a hard hit and held on too. Yeah, for sure. I mean, just spinning like that and then hitting the ground also, I mean, no way to break your fall at all. Like, he was high in the air. He was high in the air. Jeff said, should I drop Chase? No! Chase Brown? Fuck no, bro. Chase Brown's going to be like the starter over there. Do not drop Chase Brown. No. Hold on. Dang it. I don't have one that says don't do it. Don't. No. Chase Brown is going to be the sleeper that propels people this year. Trust me. Trust. Right, Jason? Hate auto picks. I fucking hate auto picks so much. You think Jamar Chase is tradeworthy for Puka? Well, yeah. I mean, if Jamar Chase was signed, he would be valued higher than Puka right now. And Jamar Chase, even not being signed, is valued higher than Puka a lot of times. So, unless you're getting Chase, don't do it. Don't do it. I know there's drama going on right now, but we have to just assume that the drama is going to get worked out. We have to just assume that this drama is going to get worked out. I have a couple other random videos. I need to try to see, we have like amazing plays like that, but then like we think it could be serious. Ask me to call emergency. Whoa. So we have crazy plays like that, but then here's like the other side of the college football spectrum.
2nd down. McDowell dancing around, cuts it back. Trying to get the edge, and he's knocked over by his quarterback.
QB trips him up. His own QB trips him up.
McDowell dancing around, cuts it back. Trying to get the edge, and he's knocked over by his quarterback, Lenoris Sellers.
Wouldn't you be hella pissed off if your quarterback was the one who fucking tripped you up right when you found a lane?
Trying to get the edge, and he's knocked over by his quarterback, Lenoris Sellers.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb, for real. so dumb, so dumb, so dumb, so. You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
And I thought Zach Moss was the RB1 in Cincy. That's why I said Chase Brown. There's no guarantee that he's the RB1, and Zach Moss cannot catch. Chase Brown can. Think of how they used Mixon, last year. Are they going to, is Cincy going to change everything around right now and go with a person that they only played peanuts to? I mean, they only played peanuts. It's not like they really gave him anything. So that's another thing. No. And Crispy said, let me know where you're dropping Chase Brown. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. JPZ said that one was for Dots.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
And Marco says, my keeper league, I got Tolbert. I'm thinking of picking up Colson or Henley. Yeah, just fuck Tolbert, man. Get him out of there. Go pick up Colson. Colson ends up hitting. You got him earlier than other people. He said, what makes it more skeptical is the guy showed up halfway through the draft but makes it look intentional. Yeah, I hate auto picking. I mean, it sucks, man. It sucks. Tim, what up, Tim? Let's see. And did you leave a message on Patreon? I'm not sure, but just in case. And he said standard rank, Collins, Diggs, Pickens, Ayuk, Godwin. So Pickens is on the end of this, and I don't even want Pickens. Like, just get him off of this list. If he's on your team, figure out how to trade him to some fool who likes him. All right. I'm gonna say see, this one's tough because Ayuk, Nico, and Diggs are all right around the same. It's figuring out how to rank those three because the last two would be Godwin and then Pickens. And like I said, get rid of Pickens, get him out of there. But yeah, Godwin would be the last out of these guys. Besides Pickens. But then it's man, would I have Ayuk first or Nico first or Diggs? All of them are so good. All right. My gut saying Diggs, Ayuk. Now, Diggs, Nico, Ayuk. That's what I'm going to say. That's what my gut's telling me right now. And they're all so close. They're all very, very interchangeable. You talk, is this for a draft that you're doing? I mean, that's what I'm kind of ranking them as right now, how I'd kind of draft them. But yeah, Jeff, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Jay puts it Ayuk, Collins, Diggs, and that's what's crazy. Those three are so close that you could literally interchange them however you want. Every league, every person may have a different way to rank those three. The other two are easy. Pickens is way later, and fucking Godwin is in front of Pickens. If not Chase Brown, what about Tajee Spears? Give me your whole bench. Give me your whole bench. And who are you trying to pick up again? Who the hell are you trying to pick up again? For Jordan Mason. Why do you want Jordan Mason so bad? He's the backup on paper right now. That's it. Their rookie, Guerrero, he might end up having more value by at season's end. Because Guerrero, he might actually be he's probably going to be getting kick returns. He's fast as a motherfucker. Yeah, and Phil asked if you have McCaffrey. Because I believe CMC will get hurt again. Well, here's one thing to remember. If CMC goes down, Jordan Mason does not equal CMC. Not even close. Not even close. There will be a committee, and Jordan Mason will be one part of a 3 or a 4 back committee, and Debo's included in that as well. So whether you think CMC is going to get hurt or not, Jordan Mason is not going to be a thing. He's really not going to be. If CMC goes down, yeah, we're knocking on wood really hard on that. If CMC goes down, trust me, Jordan Mason is not going to equal CMC. Not even close. Not even close. So, yeah, I would Whether you think CMC is going to get hurt or not, that could be your logic, but he ain't going to be the same. He would not be the same. Yeah, right. Emil said we don't need that kind of negativity in our lives. Yeah. Sorry you weren't able to get him. But for all my CMCs, we want him nice and healthy. And Prime GT, what up on Twitch? Thanks for the follow. And said, what up? I got Burrow, Saquon, K9, Ken Walker, right? Chase, Cup, Pitts, McLaurin, and either Singletary or Najee. Solid. Yeah, pretty solid. Pretty solid. I'm assuming this is a 10-teamer. And out of all those peeps, the only one who I really don't like is Singletary. And if Singletary was your last pick, awesome. If you got Najee as your last pick over Singletary, even better, because I like Najee more than Singletary, especially week one. What's your thoughts on Spears? Man, I'll tell you what I think about Spears.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
I don't like Spears that much. This is it's probably going to be a really, really bad year for the Titans. Their offense is definitely going to be one of the worst in the league, and it is really tough to bank on like a Spears or a Pollard when your quarterback is like complete shit with Will Levis. So I don't think too highly of him. I mean, you're drafting him like super late, so do I want to just outright drop him though? No, because there's a good chance he could be the main guy. And even though that's shitty, still going to be better than Jordan Mason. There's no way Spears is the worst player on your bench. There's no way that Spears is the worst player on your bench. And Jay said, Spears or Pollard. I'm going Pollard. I think it's going to be a 1A, 1B the whole time. You like that one, JPZ?
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
Said he's a Packers fanboy, but it's too much even for him. Tim said Stevenson or Connor. I'm on the Stevenson side. They gave him a bag. He's going to be getting a shitload of receptions. And, because Jacoby Brissett, check down artist, man. Check down artist. I like Stevenson. I always have. And it's crazy because Stevenson is, I think, still my most rostered player on all of my dynasties. I have him in so many fucking dynasties because, like, when he was a rookie, even before their games, I was like, man, watch. This kid's going to be the guy. And you can literally get him with your last pick in the rookie draft, like no matter where it is. And I banked on him. I got him every fucking draft that I was in. He was like my 4th, 5th, 6th pick because we play in leagues with IDP. So we have like 7 rounds. And man, that first game, the preseason game where he took that wheel route to the house, it was like 30 or 40 yards. I was so excited. And Terrell said, could Rico be a steal? I mean, he could be. But it's crazy how Dalvin Cook comes over there and starts getting all this hype because, like, what's Rico really done? But he could be a steal and he could be a big-ass flop, like, at the same time. The range of outcomes on Rico is very, very wide. Very, very wide. And I'm okay getting him because he's like a double-digit round, like, type of guy. But a lot is gonna unfold over these first 3 to 4 weeks. So you have to be ready to either double down on Rico in the season or just literally cut bait and cut him. But we'll see. Because right now we don't know. Marco said Rico did a lot. He founded the Rico Act. Jeff said I got Josh Allen as a QB. Should I bench Pittman and start Khalil Shakir? No. Don't force a stack. Don't force it. Pittman should be way in there over Khalil Shakir. Andrew, what up on Facebook? He said, which backup would you rather roster, Charbonnet or Mason? Probably Charbonnet, because at least we know what he is, and even though it's not that good. But honestly, like neither. Like I really like if this is redraft, I don't want either of them. I would rather be putting someone on my bench who has value right now, versus like hoping and praying that someone gets hurt so I might be able to have some backup scrub like come in and be a starter for me. And Giants, I only give a fuck about stacks and best ball, right? And like even then, like I only care so much. Like man, like I remember last year, you know, we get a couple kids hanging around the show and they're like, man, I'm telling you, bro, you got to stack these guys for week 17. These guys getting all the stacks in this game. And it's like, yeah, you can like try to think like that, but like you have to make it there. You have to make it there. I think that that's what a lot of people forget. Is you have to make it there. 12-team Superflex Dynasty. Oh, okay. Charbonnet. And see if you don't say Dynasty, I just assume redraft, because I would say 9 times out of 10, if someone's asking me a question here, it's a redraft question. But I love Dynasty, and I play in a shitload of Dynasty. And anybody else out there who plays in Dynasty, I got a league for you starting next year. We're going to have drafts kicking off in February. So make sure you are hanging around the crew at 420crew.com, 420crew.com. Go join our community. It's our private fantasy community on Patreon, and it's a very easy app to use, and it's literally just all you're going to get on that app is stuff from the community from us at the 420 Crew. So if you're not there, you can go join for free just so you can be in the loop of everything that's going on. But I highly recommend joining at least as a $5 member, because there's going to be a lot of perks available for paid members during the season that are not available for the free subscribers. And it's going to be a lot of access, certain posts, start and sit thread posts that'll be read out live on the shows, and a lot of things like that. Johnny said those early startups are my favorite. Hell yeah, they're super fun, man, because if we do the early startup, that means that we get to do a draft for the veterans. What? And then right after the rookie draft, we do a draft for the rookies. What? So we get 2 drafts in the inaugural season. I love it. And Marco said, how much time do you need to check all your dynasty leagues during the season? If I broke it down like that, I'd probably like want to strangle myself. So I don't time myself like that. Hours, you know, throughout the week. And you said, how much time do you need to check all your dynasty leagues during the season? I mean, I know you're not talking about the whole season. You're probably talking about weekly, but you know, a few hours, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there. Just start Goff and Stafford, and you can get them late, man. You can get them late. It's crazy how much people are hating on Goff, especially in these single QB leagues. Assuming Goff is just like very similar to what he was last year. I mean, man, he's a steal of a deal. He is a steal of a deal, and it's super awesome, man. It is super, super awesome. And hey, Magic Man Ricky, what up, bro? What up? Jeff said I had a chance to get JJ in the draft, but because of his QB, I took St. Brown. Did I make the right decision? I like St. Brown over JJ, so yeah, I think you made the right decision. There'd be a lot of people who say you didn't, but I'm on the Amon-Ra St. Brown hype train. I love JJ, but yeah, the Goff Amon-Ra connection, like it's real and it's nasty. It's nasty. All right. Let's see. Yeah, since we're talking about these hype trains, then remember you guys are on the Hustler hype train right now. Best hype train around. So no, it's not going to be on that link this year. They changed things around to where things are paid. Like you have to pay for every square board that you do on there, and that wouldn't be the issue, but I can only do like 20 of them or 30 of them throughout the season. And so like that's the thing, that's the issue. So I didn't want to start a system and then like have to change it like midway through the season. So yeah, so it's just going to be you telling me verbally. And that's why Patreon's such a big thing, because I'm going to be posting the boards there first, and you guys can literally go in order, you know, putting the numbers that you want. Just go look at the comments before you go throw in yours. And Matthias said, can I send you a screen of my team? I mean, you can't on YouTube, so I don't think so. I mean, if you go to fantasyfootballhustler.com, you can go, you know, search me on the different social medias. You can send it that way. Johnny said, I spend about an hour a night looking at waivers. Yes, not me. Not me. Yeah, so it's quite some time, Johnny, for sure. Yeah, and I mean, you know, our dynasties, I mean, the waivers just, they're so thin that it's like, but I guess I do have like 25 teams. So even if it's like 2 minutes, but I don't think I even look at waivers like every single night in the dynasty. It's like I do that a lot on Monday and Tuesday. And, you know, then I'll look like to see who is dropped on, you know, like who dropped who. Like I'll go through like each league, just like double check real quick who dropped who to see if there's anybody that I should pick up. But Dynasty's a lot different. It really is. It's like, it's not, there's a lot of management involved, but not as much on the day-to-day and like waivers as there is in redraft. Like redraft, I mean, that's, you know, like that's way different. That's way different. I kind of cut down on a lot of my redraft leagues this year. I was way more exclusive with the amount of redraft leagues that I joined. And it's just because I'm hosting so many leagues like this year, like a certain amount of time per week for me is going towards managing these leagues for sure. Because there's going to be trades or maybe questions. Like who the fuck knows? All types of shit. All right. Bakes. I remember my first beer. That's you know what? That's a good drop to get. Man. I have so many of these that I need to grab. The sound drops. All right, another one. Add it to the pile. Johnny said, yeah, I'm sick in the head. I enjoy pouring over the waivers like that. Hey, I get it. And I mean, you're in a shitload of leagues. So, yeah, I mean, I just said it right there. Like, I have 27 dynasties. I literally only need to spend 2 minutes per team on waivers, and just in dynasty alone, not even redraft. And that's an hour. Like right there. So, I mean, just when I'm thinking about it logically, it's not hard for me to spend an hour a day just on the waivers. So I'm with you. I'm with you. Marco said, unfortunately, I'm stuck with the NFL app to put much effort into that team to quit. Yeah, to stay for now. Yeah, for sure. But it's only one. I mean, if it's only one team on that app, like, you know, you just, I mean, you either do it first or you do it last. You know, you don't really do it like in between all your other leagues. So that's really what it is. You either do it first or you do it last when it comes to the waivers, when it comes to start sits, you know, whatever. And, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But, yeah, let's smoke some more weed, guys. Let's smoke more weed. What up? And what's some type of videos that you guys want to see from me during the season? So I'm going to figure out a way to efficiently do my starts and sits at every position. I just really need to figure out how we're going to do this. And Poker Guts, what up? He said, just discovered best ball leagues. I'm never going back. Where are you playing best ball? Where are you playing best ball? He said, been playing fantasy on and off since 2022. And we got and Crispy said 27's rookie numbers. Crispy, you're savage. You're a savage. Underdog, I like it. You should join some of our best ball drafts. I mean, we're a little bit smaller than Underdog, but I do have a tournament right now. We've been drafting since April. Let's see how many teams are going to be in it, because I've never actually done an official count of it. We have 139 divisions, so we're going to end on 1668 unless we get to 140 divisions somehow. 1668. Wonder what year was going on. What was going on there? But it's an $11 buy-in, and man, it's awesome. It is awesome. But yeah, glad you discovered Underdog. And for anybody who wants to join on Underdog, I mean, it's not just the best ball drafts that are there. You can also do like the over-under action and, all that kind of stuff. Just when you go sign up, just use my link. Use my link. And actually, is it a link or a promo code? Let's see. I guess it's both. But the promo code is Hustler. Because, we're always repping. There we go. Show forklift driver clause. Oh my gosh. Jeff, do you think Henry will put up big numbers with the Ravens this year? Bro, I am leading the Derrick Henry hype train, my friend. So much so that I didn't even know that it was rubbing off on my son. And my son was in an 8-man league, and he picked Derrick Henry at the 104. Only other running back gone was CMC at that point. And Giants said IDP waiver wire pickup shows are super valuable. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's not. Thanks for mentioning it, but that's not stopping like that. I hate team defense, but the team defense video is always the most popular of the week. The waiver wire, the top 5 waiver wire DSTs to pick up. I mean, I hate it, but I do it for the people. But yeah, so there we go. Those for sure. The IDP waiver wire pickups and the DST pickups. Matthias, if you just copy the Gazo link, it shows where are you gonna send it to me? You can't even put a link in there, bro. And Marcos, I'm serious, Alex. You need to watch it. I don't even know what the fuck that is, dude. No, it's a 9-minute video. And it said, I finally got the first pick on my 10th draft or so, managed a killer team led by CMC and Henry. Nice. Yeah, we got some savages in our tournament. What, bro? Like, you just need to look up. Like, you can't share chats. You can't share links. So, like, whatever link you think that you shared, it didn't share it. Magic Man said, just for new people to Underdog with the promo codes. I've been using Underdog for 4 years now. Yeah. I mean, during the season, it's a lot of the over-unders. You want to, X player is going to go over this many yards. X player is going to go over this many receptions. X player is going to go over this many touchdowns. And yeah, I mean, you throw in a couple of the players, you link them up, and then boom, you're able to win a handful of money off a couple bucks. So super cool. Yeah, 101 Johnny. Yeah, 101's been hard to come by for sure, right? I had the 101 in our Debo league. The ID was it the IDP? Can't remember which one. If it was the IDP or the non-offense or the non-IDP one, but just Pitt's going to be a top 5 tight end with Cousins. I don't think so, but I think it's going to be very close. A very fringed top 5. And a lot of it's going to depend on how they use them. So my take might change a couple weeks in if we actually see them start using him as a wide receiver. I mean, they've said this for the last 2 years, ever since he was a rookie in the league. They keep saying how they're going to use him as more of like a wide receiver than, a traditional tight end, but they still never really did that. So they start doing it this year, I'll change my tune on it a little bit. But, you know, nothing's really changed over there, so I got to see it to believe it. And, yeah, Pitts was severely underutilized previously. He can go up. Yeah, of course. Of course he can. Anybody could go up, but it's all about the scheme. It's all about the way they're scheming him. And, but yeah, finally has Cousins. And if Cousins was a guy who was like feeding the tight end like crazy, you know, I'd probably say like, oh yeah, I mean, he could be top 3, you know, but it's just one of those things. Like Cousins is outside the number, like type of guys. Marco said they never did that because Arthur Smith is a bum.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that they tease us and they told us that they were gonna like do that and like never did. Never did. It's some bullshit, man. Some bullshit. Everybody who's watching, let me know what you are smoking on. Let me know how many fantasy leagues you're in. Let me know what part of the, and let's do a little roll call on what part of the world we're in right now. You don't have to put your city if you don't want to rep your city. You can put your state, but let's see where everybody's at. I like learning where everybody's at. So throw it in because I know we got a bunch of the regulars here, but I like doing the roll calls. And Doctor said I had the 103. I'm in an inexperienced league. I have Hurts, Saquon, Bijan, Lamb, Ayuk, Mixon, Pitts. Is that good? That's solid. That's solid. All right. Poker Gut straight out of Florida. Let's go. Shout out to Florida. Shout out to the East Coast. Jeff said Chicago in the building. Let's go. Let's go. Got multiple time zones that we're already covered. And I'm in Vegas for you guys who don't know. I used to live in San Diego my whole life. And was it 2022 made the move, came out here and went to the NFL draft in 2022. That was the first thing that I did in that was the first thing that I did in Vegas was go to the NFL draft. That happened within the month that I initially moved here. Marco says this isn't fantasy football. We're trying to win games here and he didn't even manage that. Rusty, 3 leagues and from Wyoming. There we go. There we go. Oh, Doctor's in the Middle East. Let's go. Magic Man repping KC, Missouri. Home of the champs. He said 3-peat on the horizon. And there we go. Marco repping Germany. Yeah, for you guys who don't know, I mean, we got multiple international people who are usually on the streams with us. So every single time that we got a stream, more often than not, we are global. We are global. Poker Guts, I love the roll call as as Antarctica sometimes. That shit's funny. And Puffin Hella Jelly, let's go. Going to the dispensary later. My selection's getting low. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. I got what the hell is this called again? The apples and bananas. Fruity. I would say got little citrusy hints and 30% THC. And so this is one of those ones. If you ever see me like zone out, like on a stream or stop talking, it's probably because it's 30% THC, like hitting me right then. But that's why I like the morning shows. I'm usually not falling asleep on the morning shows, but we get to these night shows though, and I'm like 50 bowls deep for the day. Whew. And JP said about 40-something leagues and from Lynchburg, VA, Northern VA. Let's go. Salute to the crew. Salute to the crew. Nice. Poker Guts. I got some bubblegum gushers and Oreos. Let's go. Let's go. Did Florida finally legalize recreational? I really can't remember. Magic Man says dope international. I said everyone tell a friend, tell a friend. Hell yeah, man. Because a couple years ago, I know there was a lot of people who were like, oh, I got to keep my secret. I can't tell anybody about it. Trust me, man. People can have the exact same access to me as you. Doesn't mean that they're going to win. It doesn't mean that they're going to beat you. I want everyone putting their best foot forward either way. Hey, PA, salute Terrell. Let's get it. Green Mile, Denver, Colorado. Stand up, Johnny. Let's go. Jeff said I got Ken Walker in the 6th round to team up with Henry. That's nice. That's very nice.
Nice.
Very nice. Poker Guts. No, I get my stuff from a friend from NorCal in Oregon. Perfect. Even better, because even if Florida was legal recreationally, NorCal and Oregon, I mean, they got some of the best weed around. You know, I mean, I think SoCal, I mean, there's just differences between NorCal and SoCal. I mean, I'm originally from Southern California, and it's like a lot of stuff from NorCal, you know, a lot of sun-grown, you know, stuff. Not that there's not sun-grown stuff in SoCal, but I think a lot of people, they pass off that sun-grown as like the A+, you know, and you know, the hydro, man. I mean, that's just where it's at. That's where it's at. And I'm not saying you're not getting hydro. I'm just saying. That's my only beef with NorCal and SoCal. He said, yeah, I mostly get depths and shit. Still fire, I'm sure. I mean, some of the best growers in the world are coming from California. And, you know, Oregon's definitely like in the mix. But I just know all these hippies, and probably Northern California is where like some of these hippies been going even crazier. Just way more open land out there than in SoCal, and the weather a lot nicer in certain times also. So Florida would have the worst rec weed imaginable. I mean, we'll see. Like, it really just, I mean, initially, but shit, I remember when I came out to Colorado, it was 2 weeks in to when when it went recreational. And I just remember thinking like, man, I paid $60 for an eighth of this shit. And this was when I was like running a dispensary. I was like, man, we got our buy one, get one free shit where you get like a quarter that's better than this for like 50. And so I was disappointed with the Colorado weed, but I mean, it was one of those things where like, it was the first 2 weeks of it. And like, I assume that most of the weed just like sucks within that time anyways, until you start getting some more reputable brands like in there, you know, new companies, new techniques, all that kind of shit. So yeah. Saints a good defense to play this week. Yes, sir. They're going to be one of my I mean, I don't know how many leagues they're rostered in. I got to go check that. I have one league on Yahoo where I have it just so I could check percentages rostered from players, because I know Yahoo's all redraft leagues and ESPN sucks. So I don't even want to pretend to care about the rostership percentages and shit on fucking ESPN. Medical bud in Florida is no good, cost too much. I get insane deals. Yeah, I mean, trust me, man. I know. If you're getting it from NorCal and you got a nice plug, yeah, you're getting it real cheap. I already know that. Compared to, you know, what some people may be paying, because if you don't know anybody, if you don't have a good plug and you're trying to get like really good weed in all these like non-rec places, like I bet a lot of times, you know, $300-400 an ounce. I mean, but shit, that's what I paid for the cream of the crop, you know, shit in California. And that ain't that cream of the crop shit that's being sent out to Florida. I'd tell you that much. Or anywhere. It's really not the best of the best, because you can already sell that for like high price. And Stranger said indoor grown in dirt gives the best overall quality. I want a 5-tool player for sure. And I guess I'm just used to saying hydro, but the indoor dirt, that's for sure the best. And I know our man Hess, shout out to Hess and Trust Capital. He's a VC in the cannabis industry, and he always has people that are bringing different grows and stuff to him, and, you know, who want him to partner up to where he can be the consultant, you know, on grows and things like that. And that's always what he recommends is the indoor grown and in dirt, not hydro. I guess I'm just used to saying hydro and like relating that to indoor. But yes, it should be grown in dirt indoor. But it's not cheaper that way, right? Like, it's more expensive, but yeah, 5-tool player, like you said. Poker Guts in my first ever league was 22 years ago, was on Yahoo. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I've been 2006 on Yahoo. That was the first league that I played in. So we're very close, very close. But yeah, I'm almost at my 20-year benchmark. You're already over 20. Let's go. Let's go. He said you can order THCA online for 100 now. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and like the Delta 8 shit, and like I guess I still don't really know what to think, even though I know as soon as like you light it, it's like kind of all the same. I guess I don't know. I don't know. And Giant said, "Oh yeah, I could give you the CO Reckweed evolution story, but it would take a while. It was I was managing the underground grows at the time, so I watched it all go down. Nice. And yeah, see, it's like same thing for me in San Diego, right? I could like from 2004 through like I don't know to whenever I stopped paying attention to that shit. Same type of thing where you see the evolution, and it always starts off like shit because it's like usually the first to market people are like, at least from what I remember in San Diego, like when it came to like the legal, you know, because there was, I'm sure it was the same way in Colorado, right? Where there was a whole bunch of places that weren't, you know, 100% legal. A lot of them were like just the medical shops, right? And that was kind of like the gray area, at least for California, that the medical was the huge gray area. But yeah, everything changed really rapidly. And I think Northern California, they were just a little bit more crazy with like all the underground shops and like things like that. And I was like a mobile underground shop at that point. So like I wasn't really paying attention to like the dispensaries and shit. Like a little bit. And it was really just like a few like back then. And they were all in some like medical office. And you'd come in and it was all the what's it called? The cases, you know, all just wood with the glass cases, and everybody just had the big jars of weed, because back then, you know, it was there was no regulations. Like motherfuckers were just, some would even be picking it out with their fucking fingers and shit, you know. And like, even though people do that on the black market, it's like you don't see the person doing that more often than not. And Strange, I don't know which way is more expensive run long term, but the cost setup for dirt is way lower in a small scale grow, for sure. I think in a large scale grow, dirt's more expensive, because I know, at least I think, I'm not even sure. Like I'm always high when I talk to Hess, but you know, sometimes he'll give me a rundown, and like, you know, I'll try to pick his brain like here and there. And you know, if you're doing the large scale grows, I mean, shit, it's a lot. And like, yeah, he said 4 plants need 4 times 5 gallon buckets. Yeah. For a few bags of dirt. Yeah. I really think that the dirt is more expensive. Like when you, like I said, when you get up there, cause like you start getting these reservoirs and shit that are already like huge. And it seems like at a certain point, like that's the thing that kind of like cuts costs, is like when it gets that high, and you don't need as much dirt because it's all like water, you know, flowing through a filtration system and shit. Jeff said, which rookie QB you think's going to do better, Caleb or Jaden? I think Jaden, when it really cools down in Chicago, and then we have that crazy ass wind, and like, I don't know, Caleb doesn't like playing in cold weather, right? And it's going to get fucking brick in Chicago, like come November and December. So that's why I'm going to say Jaden Daniels. Caleb has better weapons around him for sure, but Chicago also like ruins quarterbacks. And so I kind of like, no matter what, I kind of have to take that like this much into account, you know? Guys, I love those pop-up medical dispensaries y'all had in Cali. I mean, they're the shit, right? Just go on Weed Maps. You can see like 1,000 of them. Yeah, man. And I remember when I was in my heyday running the dispensary, We had because weed maps, I mean, it's still that way where there's like a gold star, or there's the gold listing, the silver listing, the bronze listing. We were the bronze listing. Like when you just typed in San Diego, California, like we were just like number 3 that popped up, and it was just like, it was insane, man. We were popping for a while, and it was all mobile. It was all mobile with us. One Nation in the house. What up? What up? What's going down, bro? Let's smoke it up.
You got perfect timing. About to start a little puff giving this motherfucker.
You clone Hydro, so I'm not completely against it. Okay. And is that just the easier way when it comes to like the cloning process? I've never been a green thumb or anything. Like I've never been in the position to where it could actually like be a thing. I've always felt like I never had enough time to invest into it, like either. Like maybe one day I would, but I really feel like I would definitely want to learn more. And I know there's people that I could pick their brain, but I guess I would want to see it a little bit more firsthand, because like all the ones that I've seen firsthand, people ended up fucking it up. I mean, this is a long time ago at this point, but I've never actually seen things happen from inception to smoking, What up, bro? SJ MP on Twitch says, so my lineup currently: Purdy, Brees, ETN, Rashad White, Adams, Ayuk, Moody, Jake Moody, Ravens D, got Keon Coleman, Terry McLaurin, Bucky Irvin, Hollywood Brown, Wicks, Justice Hill on my bench. If I was to package up a Rashad White and Adams trade package, what should I aim for? Well, here's the thing. How about forget that idea of like Adams and Rashad White specifically. Here's what you need to do. Trade philosophy is better than telling you what player you should go after. So here's what you got to do. You got to go scout in your league. Go look at every single person's team in your league. Okay? Start there. Look and see who has a weakness. Everybody has a weakness somewhere. Usually, I mean, 10-man leagues, if this is a 10-man league, which it seems like it could be because the players that you got, people might not have weaknesses. And if people don't have weaknesses, you just got to wait. You just got to wait. But that's what I do. Go scour every single team. Just go look at every single team that you got in there. Go look and see if anybody's weak. Someone's weak at wide receiver, but they have like really good running backs, or vice versa. They're weak at running back and have like really good wide receivers. That's someone that you want to trade with. You want to try to fill a void while you upgrade at the same time. So just think of it like that. And your team's good enough to roll into week 1. Like, don't feel like you need to fucking go like force a trade to happen like right now either. One Nation, when you start Goff over Richardson this week, in a New York minute, man, in a New York minute. Stranger said it was the cheapest cloner, and that has 100% success rate with me while using it. Nice. Johnny said, satisfying going from seed to nug. It's a full-time job if you're doing it right. Exactly, and that's why I never wanted to do it, because I didn't want to invest money into something that I knew that I wouldn't be able to invest enough time into. And I know you got to invest time every day. And even if everything's on timers, you still have to invest time every day. I know there's some people out there who they have the system so down so much. They're like, I only need to spend 5 minutes a day and everything's on timers. I'm not that fucking sophisticated. So like, that's the thing that would be tough for me. And that's why I chose specifically never to dive into the growing aspect of it. And Ryan said, sorry if you already talked about this. What do you think happens to Chase? Man, I think he gets paid. It's hard to say it. I think he gets paid. I hope he gets paid. He better get paid. Let's see. I know I got some more here, just some random clips. I got some good random clips. There we go today.
Undersized going against DB, and so trying to just be as active as I could, get my hands on as many balls as I could, and take advantage of the Caitlin.
It's so funny because like no matter how much like we're all adults, there's those pause moments that just sound funny.
And so trying to just be as active as I could, get my hands on as many balls as I could, and take advantage of the Caitlin. Yeah. What we done?
Couldn't even hold it in. Couldn't even hold it in.
I know I was undersized going against DB, and so trying to just be as active as I could, get my hands on as many balls as I could, and take advantage of the Caitlin. Yeah. What we done? Lex.
Team number one.
This was for Kelsey. Titty slaps her.
On the physicality of this.
Oh man, that shit is so funny. Doesn't matter, man. We're all. It doesn't matter how old we get. Like shit like that's still funny. Still funny. Angelo, what up, homie? He said, would Dalton Schultz be a fair trade for Swift? If I was the Swift owner, I don't think that I would do it. But if if you can do it, like send it out. But I doubt the person would accept it. Johnny said, my best ball entry started with Chasing Burrow at the 112-201. I hope they pay that fool. Get him out there. Get him out there. Let me see. I don't really show too many MLB highlights, but I did see an insane play. Let's throw this up here.
Right,
look at this cat.
That's in the air left field. That's trouble. Jankowski back. And it's a catch. Oh, my goodness, what a grab.
Man, it's so hard to make a catch like that. It's just so insane to make a catch like that. Because look at this. This just looks like it's like 15th row, like right off the bat.
1-2. That's in the air left field. That's trouble.
And you have to time it so fucking perfectly. So fucking perfectly, man.
He brings the game back.
And that pitcher's fucking loving him. That pitcher's fucking loving him after that. Saved him from giving up a yak. And Flower in Room Dirt is Easy said water every other day, feed every other water, and the rest is in the cheap, easy to use timers for sure. I guess really what it is, you probably don't have to know much if everything's going right. Am I right? Like stranger, like if everything's going right, timers are working, everything's looking beautiful, like you probably don't have to know much, right? But like, what if something goes wrong? Like that's when like the skill and the experience like really comes into play, right? Like when something goes wrong. Because when everything's going right, I mean, I'm sure it's just everything's a big party, right? That's what I would assume, is that the experience really comes in if like anything just starts fucking up, like somehow. And Giant said, of course, it was against the White Sox too. He said they're having the worst season of all time. What's their record right now? Just throw it in, Johnny. If you already know, I can go search it. But yeah, like I keep seeing things on social media, and it's like the White Sox attendance week opening day, and it's like stadium filled, and then it's like the White Sox attendance yesterday, and there's like nobody in the stadium, like nobody. And Stranger said that was the big unit, Randy Johnson. Kind of looked like him, right? The old school Randy Johnson with the mullet. And Wes said, what happened to Bogey? Bogey's not around anymore. We had our little Skip and Shannon breakup, and so I'm just going solo. And numbers wise, best off season of any year that I've been doing this. So I'm glad that I'm still handling biz, and I'm here for you guys. And yeah, just for clarification too, I never kicked him out. It ended up being him just always yelling and screaming at me, even when we were like off screen. Cause like, even for people who thought that was like a shtick, like literally off screen, like I don't know. He's just, it was probably like just a really bitter time like in his life because he was just always angry. Like that's what it was. And then like I was told him I'm going full force with the business and things are going to change. And like, I don't know, he was going to start getting paid, would have had to start doing a little bit more work than talking in front of a camera. But yeah, I'm happy with the way things are going, man. Things are going fucking amazing right now. Marcus said, great catch. To win a championship or steal a perfect game. I mean, what was it? What was it? It said they have won. They have not even won 30 games yet. Fuck. And we're like, I mean, we're in the last month. We're in the last month. Damn, some teams, you know, even like a lot of bad teams have 30 wins by the All-Star break, right? Let me see. Let me just go search the MLB standings. 31 and 108. Fuck. That's horrible. That is fucking horrible. I'm trying to look. I'm just gonna look at who has the second most losses besides them, and it's the Angels in the American League. Rockies with 87. The Rockies with 87. Damn. They have 21 more losses than the second closest team. Like, fuck, that is bad. That's horrible. Do they even I'm so far removed from baseball. Like, I mean, outside of like the Padres, you know, and shout out to that fucking rookie who's about to win Rookie of the Year for the Padres, Jackson Merrill or some shit like that. He's fucking killing it right now. Yeah, outside of the Padres, I don't really know too much. But dude, and Marco, you were almost right. You're almost right. I won 31 games. Fuck, man, that's so horrible. Said with knowledge, you can be good from grow day one. He said my plant was in a 235 room and gave 9.5 ounces. Shit, nice. Damn, they're on their third 11-game losing streak this year. Fuck. Said, oh, they won 31 games. I guess I'm a little behind. I mean, you were close enough. 31 games at this point of the season is horrible. Because let me see, with 87 losses, I mean, the Rockies have still won over 50 games. I mean, that's still horrible too at this point, you know, but like, that's not as horrible as fucking 31, dude. Dude, I mean, they're 13 and 54 on the road. They're 18 and 54 at home. Dude, horrible. Yeah, why would anybody go pay to see that? We're going to pay to just go see them lose? Like, unless you're going to see, like, the opposing team, like, shit on the White Sox. Like, why would you even want to go to a game? Damn. Dude, this is legit going to be the worst season in history ever, right? Like, I remember seeing some bad teams, but, like, we're only a month away. Like, the season's not even a month longer. Dude, this legit might be the worst season ever for a team, right? Like, fuck, what the hell? And Stranger said, problems usually bugs, diseases. Either way, I say junk the crop and re-sterilize them. Oh, okay. Said, love playing. Yeah, same. I mean, I played. Baseball was actually the sport that I played the most. And, yeah, but not fun to watch. Unless you're watching those Savannah Bananas. You can fix those issues in veg, but you grow out anything in flowering. Okay. Right. Marco said even the Tigers won 40 in their worst season of all times. Right. And I mean, the way that this is going, are the White Sox going to even win, you know, enough to get, can they win 9 games to even get into 40 wins? Like, and let's see. Worst baseball single season record ever. Let's see what the worst team is. Damn. Well, the worst was the Cleveland Spiders in 1899. 20 and 134. 0.13% win percentage. Fuck. But let's look for the modern era. How about that? Let's look at the modern era. So Phillies in 1916 had 116 losses. Let's see if there's anything closer to this century. The Tigers in 2003, 43 wins, 119 losses. Baltimore Orioles, 47 wins, 115 losses. Detroit Tigers on this again, 47 wins, 114 losses. But yeah, that looks like the worst right there amongst like the modern era, like 1916, 1935, 1962, 1904, 1919. Those were the only seasons that had 40 wins or less from a team. It's only 5 teams. Only 5 teams before. Only 5 teams in history, you know, from starting in the 1900s. And the worst was 36. 36 and 117. And that's the Philadelphia Athletics. Stranger said, oh my God, the Cleveland Spiders. He said, I'm double dying, laughing and coughing out a hit that I had. Right? The Cleveland Spiders. 1899. The worst team in history. They were a National League team. They had 20 wins and 134 losses. 13% win percentage. Because even that team for the Tigers, I mean, that was still a 26% win percentage. Let's see what the win percentage is right now. 22. Right now, they're literally like competing for the worst season ever in the modern baseball era. They're on pace to beat it because they're only at a 22% win percentage right now. Even that Philadelphia Athletics one was a 23.5%, and they're on pace to be below that. That's insane. They're the Detroit Tigers, they were 47 games. They were 47 games out of first place. The White Sox right now are 48.5 48.5 games out of first, games behind. What the fuck? Like, could you imagine some of the players on this team? Like, I'm sure everybody on this team is just like, fuck this team. Fuck this team. And Jeff said, and the White Sox farm system sucks, so it's going to be going on forever. That makes it worse. Yeah, that makes it way worse if the farm system is just trash. Because, I mean, we don't see a lot of major league fucking trades like that. You know, we don't see a lot of top guys getting traded. And King D said Long Beach, Cali, 2 dynasty, 5 best ball, 3 drafts in the 420 crew. Let's go. And 6 other redrafts with the homies and the coworkers. What up? Hey, hit that live button, King D. Hit the live button. We'll make sure. Hit the live button, King D. Make sure you're up live with us. Said they should rename the team the Chicago Shit Sox. I mean, dude. We're witnessing history. Like, this is history. Worst team in Major League Baseball history could happen this year. That would not be a record that I would want to be a part of, like, at all. Like, these guys better get their ass into gear somehow. And the thing that's even worse for them is they play in a division where everybody has a winning record. That's what's even worse about it for them. I don't know if they play in the best division, you know, like, but let's see. I mean, American League East, there's 2 teams with losing records. in the West, I mean, shit, everybody but the Astros is either 500 or less. The Mariners are at 69 and 69.
69, dudes.
And in the National League, 2 teams in the East are below 500. In the Central, 3 teams are 500 or less. And in the West, Giants suck. Fuck the Giants. And the Rockies, the Rockies suck. 87 losses, second worst in baseball. And but yeah, so I guess, I mean, if we're just thinking like top to bottom, which division's most consistent, it's probably because they all got hella wins from the White Sox. That's probably what it is. That's probably the White Sox are so bad that like they just gave so many wins to like the division teams that even the Tigers and the Royals and the Twins are all above 500 right now. White Sox sucks. Crispy, so I'm waiting for my advisor. Let me go refill my water because we got more weed to smoke, but I ran out of water. So let's get a song going. And you know what? Let's get a song for the champions who are rocking with us in the chat. Worst ever winning percentage for my Cincinnati Reds was 37, 377 in 1982, 61 and 101. Yeah, and I mean it's kind of tough, you know, seeing those teams with 100 losses. You know, it really is. It really is. Johnny had to restart the computer. There we go. Dang it, we lost everybody. We lost everybody in the chat while I had to go while I had to go refill the water. Well, everybody will be back, I'm sure. Everybody will be back. All right. Let's go. And I know I got some more videos in here. Let me throw in some more of these videos. Ooh, how about Keon Coleman? We had a weird reporter that was in one of his press conferences, but check this out.
Made a great outgoing personality when you first got here. Now that you've gotten through training camp and things like that, have you tried to shift things to more Keon Coleman, the football player?
One last thing has not been Keon Coleman, the football player.
But you know, so much attention was the jacket, the cookies, and all of that. And now that we've gotten into you being on the field, I mean, have you tried to maybe shift away from that and just be more of like, let's talk shop?
I mean, I don't really like talking about a jacket either. It's football season. Like, my mindset has been football ever since my first press conference was football. Yeah, you got to see the personality, but was I the one focused on the jacket? Not at all. I was focused on learning the playbook and being able to play at the speed of the game.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good day.
That reporter was an idiot. That reporter was an idiot. But so he was locked in on that. Check out this. Here's Travis Hunter, also locked in.
LeBron James, Patrick Surtain just tweeted, "Travis is wonderful. I've never seen anything like it." When you hear all of these positive comments coming from some of the best players around the league in basketball, wherever, how much does that fuel you in your game and recognize you are one of the best athletes in college football?
It don't do nothing to me at all. I mean, there's a lot of people that love me. There's a lot of people that hate me. If I try to look on the internet and see what people saying about me, it's not really good for me. I mean, I'll be down in my shell, not want to talk to people.
Dang it.
There's a lot of haters. There's a lot of good
Is it just me?
So I don't even try to look at it. I don't pay attention to it. I just want to win with my team, go out with my brothers, and the end goal, I want us to be holding up a trophy.
Well, I don't know if you guys could hear that. It was super low. I heard it a lot louder on my phone, but pretty much she was like asking him like, "Oh, with all these top NBA players, you know, thinking about talking about how great you are, what do you think?" And he was like, "Well, you know, I don't really pay attention to that. I don't pay attention to the good. I don't pay attention to the bad, like all that." How about this? Here's some Jamar Chase status right here.
Changed between yesterday when you said that you expected Jamar to practice and today him not showing up.
I said that yesterday. I think every day is a new day. We'll keep working through it. Not gonna make predictions on what tomorrow brings. At the end of the day, Jamar's a great dude. That means a lot to this team, and we'll just continue to take it day to day.
When does this become a distraction?
It's not. I mean, it's a one-off situation that you got to deal with, and again, we'll just continue to take it day to day.
Man, I bet that coach hates talking about Jamar Chase. because I'm sure everybody every single day is just asking him about that. Let's see. Oh, here's another read. Look at this college. Look at this college. I know you guys love punter action over there. Check this. Drops the ball, fumbles it, has to run.
And
he does some random fucking kicks.
Wow. Talking about making something out of nothing. All the way down to the 2.
Dude, like that kid needs to buy a lottery ticket.
Uh-oh. Trouble. And somehow that ball escapes. Wow. Talking about making something out of nothing. All the way down to the 2. How about that? Luke Silvernail just earned.
Turn that chicken shit into chicken salad real quick. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, this was pretty funny. All right. Look at this. This kid in Pop Warner.
Run, Carter. Run, man.
Superstar. Oh man, that shit was hilarious. Look at this kid. What a savage. High stepping, can't be caught. All right. There we go. And I know we're about to get up out of here, so let's shout out the producers of the show. Really appreciate you guys. It is our 420 crew Patreon members. You guys are the shit. Our ultimate priority member, our all access members, our elite members, our superstar members, and our 420 ride or die crew. We appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. It's because of you that we're able to do this show every single day. Salute from me to you. Appreciate you. Let's smoke this bowl. Then we're going to get out of here. And I know we got... Let's see. What do we got today? We got the auction draft at 4 today. So I'll be back for that. We also got best ball. I'm going to be working to go get that. I'm going to be working to get that filled. But if anybody knows that they want to join the best ball draft today, it's $11. It's at 6 o'clock. Here's the link. Join up now. This one, I can already tell you there's 3 brand new people who are in right now. So at least 25% of this is brand new people. So let's go. Heading to the dispo as soon as we're done. Got to grab some daytime smoke. All I got is indica left. Man, sounds like a party still. Sounds like a party. Let's see. All right. Appreciate all you guys rocking with the crew. And if you are not on Patreon, you know what to do. 420crew.com. Go join up. You could join for free and join the community, but I'd recommend joining at least as a $5 member. You'll get access to a bunch of things that you don't get access to as a free member. And during the season, you're going to want that extra access because a lot of it's going to have to do with getting your questions answered and all types of stuff. So just make sure that you go get over there, 420crew.com. And we'll see you a little later today for the auction draft. Peace out.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.